Hello guys, it's a wonderful and a very bright day out here. So on today's lessons, we're going to talk about day old pullets versus point of lay, which is more profitable. Right? Many people ask me this question whether should they buy day old pullets and raise them themselves, or should I buy point of lay and start collecting eggs immediately. Well, if you get this decision wrong, you can lose money even before you get started. So in this video, I will break down everything: the cost comparison, the risks comparison, the feed investment differences, cash flow differences, the margin differences, and which is more profitable on the long term. Well, I will advise you to watch this video till the end so you can get first-hand information. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which one fits you, your business capital, and your business strategy. Right? So without wasting much of our time, let's get started. So what is day old chicken? Right, day old pullets are pullets gotten from the hatchery from day one. Okay, when they just hatch this bird, they will be brought to the farm, and you start brooding and start taking care of them. Today we are not going to do any guesswork. We don't do that. We are calculating with real numbers. Right, so we are using the current price of which at today's price in the market. Please note that location differs based on my calculation, a bit difference. So we are calculating with three numbers around day old pullets going for around 2,800 for landing cost, point of lay at 14 weeks going for 9,000 to 9,500, while layer smash is around 15,500 per bag. Well, and medication and vaccination estimate crates of eggs at farm gate price around 5,000. So now let's break this down properly. Well, first we are going to start with the day old pullets because they are smaller. Alright, so let's start with day old pullet investment. So the cost of a chicks is around 500 beds times 2,800, which is going for around 1.4 million naira. So just to buy the chicks, you will need to spend around 1.4. Alright, so now let's look at the cost to feed these birds to 24 weeks, because by then they would have started making a lot of profit. So from our full feed calculation, today's bag we need around 0 to 24 weeks, which will give us around the total bags around 210 bags. That's what the birds will consume. Well, so if you are not really familiar with the calculations for the 210 bag, go to my previous video. I made a video on that, so you can actually see. Alright, so layer smash is going for 15,500. So we're going to just calculate randomly. We are going with layer smash straight. So we're going to check 210 times 15,500, which is 3.255 thousand 3,255,000 naira feed alone before laying cost. So that's what you're going to spend. Alright, so with the vaccine and the medication, we're just going to estimate 500,000 for the cost of brooding, everything, just like that. So the total investment before your birds even start laying, so the chicks is going for around 1.4. The feed, we are spending around 3.225 thousand. Alright, while medication is around 500,000. So the total gives us 5,155,000. So before one egg, you have invested around 5,015,000 naira. Alright, so let's move straight to the point of lay, which is around 14 weeks here, because this is at 14 weeks is what they mostly sell. So now let's compare both of them. Well, the cost of birds at 14 weeks is around 9,500 naira, which times 500, which gives us this total sum of 750, 4,750,000. So we purchased around 4,750,000. So these birds are already 17 weeks old. They still need around 4 to 6 weeks before they get to peak laying if managed well. So now let's calculate from 14 weeks to 24 weeks. So at 14 weeks to 18 weeks, they eat around 70 to 90 grams. Now let's average at 90 for simplicity's sake, alright? So 90 grams times 500 gives us 45 kg per day. That is 1.8 bags per day, alright? 1.8 kg per day. That's around 1 bags 8 kg per day. So which is 30 for monthly basis, that is 30 days. So 1.8 times 30 gives us 54 bags. Alright, 54 bags of feed per month. So we're going to just check 54 for that month times 15,500, which a layer mash is sold for. Let's just use average price, alright? So that will give us 837,000. So let's assume 2 months, that is 8 weeks before stable production. So that is 837,000 times 2 gives us 1.6 million. Alright, so let's just use that figure. So medication, transportation, stress, and etc. Let's estimate around 200,000. So the total investment before production gets stable for the point of lay, purchase of birds, purchase of feed and medication will give us a total sum of 6.6 million naira. So to be stable at this age, the point of lay cost around 6.6 million. Well, what do you notice if you are paying attentive to what I'm actually saying? Alright, so the day old cost around 5.1 million. The point of lay total before they start producing is around 6.6 million. Note that this price may differ, right, based on your location. So the difference between the 5.1 and the 6.6 is around 1.7 million naira more expensive. All right, so let's go straight to the egg revenue calculation. Let's assume 85% production because that is what is real viable if you are doing well. All right, so 85% is about 425 eggs daily. That is the percentage. So we're going to say 425 eggs times 30 days gives us around, okay, times 30 divided by 30, that is per crate, around 14 crates daily. All right, so the crate price, we are going for farm grade price. It also still differs based on our location, which goes for 5,000 naira only. All right, so we are going to just say 14 crates a day at 85% production times 5,000 gives us 70,000 naira daily. That is the monthly income. So we are going to calculate 70,000 times 30 days gives us 2.1 million naira. All right, so let's check for the monthly feed during this stage at full production. All right, let's average intake at 110 grams per bed. So 110 grams times 500 birds gives us 55 kg per day. All right, so let's check 55 kg. All right, that is equals to 2.2 bags per day. All right, so monthly 2.2 times 30 equals to 66 bags per day. All right, 66 times 15,500 by the amount of bag gives us 1,023,000 naira. All right, so let's calculate the monthly profit estimate, monthly revenue, which gives us 2,100,000 naira, and the fee, monthly feed, gives us 1,023,000 naira. So the balance before other expenses is 2,100,000 minus the feed expenses gives us 1,077,000. So that is over 1 million naira gross margin before labor and utility. All right, so let's move close to the capital recovery. How long will it take you to recover your investment. All right, for the day old investment, it gives us around 5.1 million naira if profit margin is around 1 million naira monthly if done well. All right, you can recover your capital in about 5 to 6 months of laying. Yes, while the point of lay investment is around 6.6 million naira, you may recover your investment around 6 to 7 months if managed properly. All right, so my final verdict on this, with the current prices we have here, day old pullets are more profitable on a long term. They require more patience, better brooding management, 5 months without income, but total capital required is lower. Why the point of lay? Faster income, less brooding stress, higher starting capital, more expensive overall. Right? So financially, day olds give better return on investment, while point of lay give faster cash flow. All right? If you are serious about poultry farming business, always calculate like this before buying your birds. Emotion does not make profit. All right? Don't forget, healthy birds, more funds. This is VC Agro Farms and Livestock Enterprise. Catch you up on our next upload.